Reason has always existed, but not always in a reasonable form. I am nothing, but I must be everything. Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough. It is not the consciousness of men that determines their being, but, on the contrary, their social being that determines their consciousness. History repeats itself, first as tragedy, second as farce. Capital is dead labor, which, vampire-like, lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. Let the ruling classes tremble at a communist revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Workingmen of all countries, unite. Society does not consist of individuals, but expresses the sum of interrelations, the relations within which these individuals stand. The meaning of peace is the absence of opposition to socialism. Necessity is blind until it becomes conscious. Freedom is the consciousness of necessity. The more the division of labor and the application of machinery extend, the more does competition extend among the workers, the more do their wages shrink together. The writer must earn money in order to be able to live and to write, but he must by no means live and write for the purpose of making money. Art is always and everywhere the secret confession, and at the same time the immortal movement of its time. The human being is, in the most literal sense, a political animal, not merely a gregarious animal, but an animal which can individuate itself only in the midst of society. The ideas of the ruling class are, in every epoch, the ruling ideas. The class, which is the ruling material force of society, is at the same time its ruling intellectual force. Social progress can be measured by the social position of the female sex. On a level plain, simple mounds look like hills, and the insipid flatness of our present bourgeoisie is to be measured by the altitude of its great intellects. The writer may very well serve a movement of history as its mouthpiece, but he cannot of course create it. The country that is more developed industrially only shows, to the less developed, the image of its own future. Capital is reckless of the health or length of life of the laborer, unless under compulsion from society.